Today we're checking out the EDGERUNNER chassis kit for the SCX24 by Quadra Blue. This is a cool 3D printed kit that looks like something out of a sci-fi movie. So let's jump in and check it out. We're going to unbox it, we're going to build it, we're going to put it on the setup table, get all of our performance measurements, we're going to put it on the indoor course, and we're going to run it and see how it does. So let's get after it and start building. Alright, let's check this thing out. Right, this is an all 3D printed kit made by Quadra Blue. I get offers to review a lot of 3D printed chassis, but what really stood out to me about what Quadra Blue is doing is the futuristic, stylistic approach to the chassis that they're doing over there. So this is a very cool looking kit. This is the Cyberpunk edition. We've got this kind of neon yellow, bright blue, and the gray. So to complete this kit, you will need a donor SCX24. I'm going to use my old C10 chassis that came off of Mini Hulk, so it's pretty much ready to go. Got my electronics and everything. Let's mock this thing up. So one of the things that's interesting about this, it looks like a lot of it just slides together. See if it has kind of these slots right here. So we're going to do, take our battery tray, which goes in the back. I'm just going to slot this in here. Slide the other chassis rail on here. That one went on much smoother. Then we have our little ESC electronics plate that goes in the front. Just like that. The blue piece, the larger blue piece in the front. So this again slides right in here. Now I will need some hardware here. Okay, there's our front piece there, and like it's on a hinge, so you can open it up right there to get access to your electronics. Now we're going to do the back, this plate right here. Again, we have two pieces of hardware here, one on each side. Okay, there we are. So let's see how this looks. Very cool. So this yellow piece, this is a roof. So you want to put the little roof piece on here, you can. Just like that. I like how everything slots together. Very nice, easy assembly. So, and then this is an extra tray, I believe. So you needed more space for your electronics. I think you can put this in here as well. That's pretty cool. This piece feels a little flimsy to me. I don't know if I'm going to use that. This flat piece in the front feels adequate enough to put my electronics on, so I think we're going to leave it as is. We'll disregard that. But here's our chassis here, so the next step is going to be putting the axles and things underneath it. I got to source a motor and get that up and running. All right, so we got axles underneath here. Let's see, this is the C10 wheelbase. It seems to fit it pretty well. I'm running into clearance issues up front with the Emax servo. Check it out, here is the Cyberpunk EDGERUNNER, complete and pretty much ready to go. I've just got the battery charging, ready to go in it. So this kit went together pretty well. I was getting some interference with the front body here, so what I had to do was Dremel that down a little bit to get the clearance. But it's all good now. Everything moves, linkage and everything is nice and smooth. The action and articulation on the chassis feels good. It sits nice and low, it's very cool looking, super futuristic, very Hexbug looking. I opted to run the Proline Super Swampers on here with the plastic beadlock wheels they come with, mainly because I'm out of premium wheels to run on my builds. So this is what I had on hand until I get my inventory replenished. But I think they look good on here. The Super Swamper tires are nice. I'm running stock shocks on here from the C10. I kept the springs in. Being able to lay the shocks down due to the aggressive angles on this keeps the ride height down. Inside for the power plant, what I'm running, since this is primarily going to be Axel's truck, he's already claimed it, I'm running the Mofo RC Buzzsaw 50 sized brushed motor in here. Now this is a very cool motor. It's a very versatile motor. It's got decent slow crawl to it, but also a kind of rip-roaring top end. So this thing should be a lot of fun. Should have quite a bit of wheel speed. I'm running the V1 electronics, so it's got a pretty big ESC receiver combination in here, but everything was able to fit. The 50 size motor fit just fine. I have seen photos of this with a Komodo brushless motor in it too, so it's got plenty of room inside the chassis. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to throw the battery in, make sure that fits and everything, and then I'd like to put it on the setup table to get our performance measurements, and then we'll hit the course with it. So why don't we do that right now? Alright, first up, let's do the RTI. Now the way this is set up, I don't anticipate a lot of articulation on this thing. It does have pretty wide axles, which is going to give it some good reach, but it's not a flex machine by any means. It's got some decent readings though. I think 17 is where we're at for the RTI. Now let's do the side hill. $45, $50, $55. Oh, I'd say 56 on the side hill. On the vertical. $45, $50, $55. Cool. Unloading in the back. $60. Say we lose it right about 61 on the table. Here's the edge runner on the course. So what you didn't see, because I had to use my phone, was that it's got a near perfect weight distribution at 61 front, 39 rear. So it should perform pretty well. Crazy looking chassis. The buzzsaw motor is jumpy. Still smooth for what it is, but it wants to rip. Oh, see. I think those tires, the Super Swampers aren't digging the course, I don't think. There we go. Find some traction there. One thing I wish it had was some more options for linkage placement. I feel like I could benefit from more adjustment there for some anti-squat and anti-dive. Still pretty composed on that decline. Let's get into the challenge lines here at Mini Moab. Pretty good over the gatekeeper there. Sticks really well on the escalator. Pretty impressed. Let's try some side hill now. Come across the bottom of the chute. This thing looks like a lunar rover on an alien landscape on Mini Moab here. Very composed on the side hill coming across. That's good. Let's try Hell's Gate now. Not bad. I even understeered off there for too much power, but still made it up. Good run. So the EDGERUNNER is a very cool kit, I gotta say. Futuristic, unique looking style here, and seems to perform pretty well. It's very low and flat. Like I said, the weight distribution is very impressive. And that was with the battery in the back too. I was able to get that. And I do have some brass distributed kind of strategically throughout the axles on this, which makes a big difference. But it's a very basic setup. So I think for, this is an inexpensive kit. Feels really good quality wise. Definitely makes a good impact as far as performance goes. If you like this kind of radical styling, I think this might be a really good option for a pretty unique looking build. Oh, that buzzsaw doing work. All right, very cool. I like it. The EDGERUNNER. This is a cool kit, one of many cool kits available for the SCX24 from Quadra Blue. I would describe this kit as futuristic, functional, and fun. I think it checks all those boxes really well. Now I have done some modifications to mine. I've got heavy brass hex extensions up front. I've got a brass diff cover up front, brass steering linkage, which is how I was able to achieve that near perfect weight bias on this thing. But the good base I had with the chassis, combined with the 3D printed kit and the low center of gravity that it offers, really churned out some pretty impressive performance, I think. I did find that this is actually built around the C10 wheelbase. So the struggles I had with the servo fitting, probably due to user error, could be due to the servo mount that I have on this. But in any case, that is the optimal wheelbase for this kit when you do purchase it. The EDGERUNNER kit starts at around $35 for the single color option. The Cyberpunk edition here is a few dollars more, but definitely still affordable. And a good price for the quality kit that you get and the innovation and the cool factor that it offers. I'll put the link down below to the Quadra Blue Etsy site if you want to check out this kit and the other kits that are available. And let me know in the comments down below, what do you think of the EDGERUNNER? And as always, I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so, and I'll see you in the next video.